The moment my mother called me a thief in front of 30 relatives, the entire room went silent. Not the casual kind of silence either. The kind that lands like a hammer. Forks rose halfway to mouths. My uncle's glass of wine hovered in midair. Even the football game playing on the television seemed quieter. And right there, under the warm glow of Thanksgiving lights, with the smell of roasted turkey filling the room, my mother pointed directly. At me. Don't act surprised, she said sharply. We all know you took it. 30 pairs of eyes turned toward me. 30. My cousins, my aunts, my uncles, my grandparents. Family friends. All staring, judging, waiting. And in that moment I realized something painful. They believed her. Every single one of them. Thanksgiving had always been my mother's favorite holiday. The house was a 2-story colonial in the suburbs, decorated with orange leaves, cinnamon candles, and those little ceramic turkeys she collected every year. My parents loved hosting big gatherings. It made them feel important. This year was no different. Relatives had driven in from 3 different states. The dining table had been extended with 2 extra folding tables just to fit everyone. My mom had cooked for 2 straight days. By the time dinner started, the house buzzed with laughter and conversation. But from the moment I walked in, something felt off. My mom barely hugged me. My father avoided eye contact. My older sister Melissa whispered to my aunt while glancing at me. I felt it immediately. That strange tension you can't explain. Like walking into a room where people were just talking about you. Still, I tried to ignore it. I helped set the table. I joked with my cousins. I complimented my mom on the turkey. For a brief moment, I thought maybe I was imagining things. Then dessert happened, and everything exploded. It started with my father clearing his throat. The room quieted slightly as he stood near the kitchen island. Before we finish tonight, he said slowly, there is something we need to address. My stomach tightened. My mother crossed her arms. Melissa leaned back in her chair with the faintest smirk. My dad continued. This morning, something very valuable went missing from our bedroom. People shifted uncomfortably. Mine asked, missing? My mom's voice cut in like a knife. A diamond bracelet. Gasps rippled around the room. That bracelet wasn't just jewelry, it was my grandmother's, a family heirloom, worth thousands. My father looked directly at me. And then my mother said the words that shattered everything. While Alex was the only one upstairs today, my fork slipped from my hand and clattered against the plate. What? My sister shrugged dramatically. You went to the bathroom upstairs, she said. Remember? That was 5 minutes, I replied. My mom's eyes hardened. 5 minutes is enough. The room filled with whispers. My cousin leaned toward another and murmured, wow, my chest felt tight. Are you seriously accusing me right now? I asked. My mother didn't hesitate. If you didn't take it, she said coldly, then where is it? The implication hung in the air like poison, thief, liar, disappointment. And the worst part? No one defended me, not one person. I looked around the room, hoping anyone would speak up. But most people avoided my eyes. Some looked uncomfortable. Others looked curious. My grandmother sat quietly, her expression unreadable. Finally, my uncle said cautiously, maybe we should just search the house? My mother nodded quickly. Yes, that's a good idea. My sister added sweetly, and maybe Alex's car. My jaw dropped. You can't be serious. Melissa tilted her head. If you didn't steal it, she said innocently, you have nothing to worry about. That was the moment something inside me snapped. Because this wasn't confusion. This wasn't concern. This was a setup. And suddenly everything made sense. The whispers when I arrived. The strange looks. The cold greeting. They had already decided. They had already judged me. Before dinner even started. I slowly stood from my chair. The room watched. My mother folded her arms. Well, she said, I reached into my coat pocket and pulled out an envelope, a thick white envelope. I was actually planning to open this after dinner, I said calmly. My dad frowned. What's that? I looked around the room. 30 relatives watching every movement. Then I smiled slightly. But since tonight has turned into a public trial, I think now is the perfect time. I slid my finger under the envelope seal. The room was silent enough to hear paper tear. My mother rolled her eyes. This isn't a joke, Alex? Oh, I know, I said quietly. I pulled out the letter. 3 pages, official letterhead, and 1 photograph. My cousin leaned forward. What is it? I looked directly at my parents. 2 months ago, I said. Grandma asked me to help her with something. My mother frowned. What are you talking about? I turned the letter around so everyone could see the top line, a law firm's name. My father's expression shifted slightly. Grandma, I said gently, do you want to explain or should I? The room slowly turned toward my grandmother. She had been silent all night, but now she sighed. A long, tired sigh. Then she pushed back her chair. I suppose the truth should come out now, she said. My mother blinked. Mom? Grandma looked around the room. At Alex's request, she said, I had my will updated. The silence deepened. My father frowned. Updated how? Grandma looked directly at me and smiled softly. Alex is now the executor of my estate. Gasps spread around the table. Melissa sat up straight. What? Grandma continued calmly. And the primary heir. My mother's face went pale. Wait, what? I laid the letter on the table. This, I said, is the official confirmation. My aunt whispered, primary heir? Grandma nodded. Yes. My father stared at me. But Melissa was removed, Grandma said. My sister's chair scraped loudly against the floor. Removed? She shouted. Grandma's voice stayed calm. After I discovered something troubling. My heart pounded because this was the moment everything would change. Grandma slowly reached into her purse and pulled out a small velvet box. She opened it. Inside was the diamond bracelet. The room exploded. My mother gasped. That's... Grandma nodded. Yes, the bracelet you claimed was stolen. All eyes snapped back to my mother. Her face flushed red. Where did you find that? Grandma looked at Melissa. Your bedroom drawer. The air left the room. Melissa froze. I don't. Grandma's voice hardened. You pawned 2 of my other pieces of jewelry last year. Melissa went white. I saw the receipts. My mother's mouth opened, then closed. Grandma continued. I said nothing at the time because I hoped it was a mistake. She looked around the room. But when Alex told me he was being blamed tonight, I realized the truth needed to come out. My sister looked like she might faint. You searched my room? Grandma's eyes sharpened. You framed your brother? The room erupted with shocked whispers. My father turned slowly toward Melissa. Is that true? Melissa stammered. I just borrowed it. Grandma closed the box firmly. You hid it upstairs today, she said. Then suggested searching Alex's car. Melissa didn't speak. Because she couldn't. Everyone understood now. The setup, the accusation, the plan, and who the real thief was. My mother looked like the ground had disappeared under her. Melissa, she whispered. My sister stared at the floor. My father rubbed his forehead in disbelief. Around the table, relatives murmured in shock. Then my uncle said the words no one expected. You accused the wrong son. My mother slowly turned toward me. Her voice was barely a whisper. Alex, but I held up a hand. Please don't. The room went silent again. I looked around at all 30 relatives. At least now, I said calmly, everyone knows the truth. Melissa sank back into her chair, pale and shaking. Grandma stood beside me. Then she placed a hand gently on my shoulder. I'm proud of you, she said. My mother looked like she wanted to disappear. Alex, I'm sorry. But the damage was already done. Some accusations can't be erased. Some betrayals don't disappear with an apology. I folded the letter and slid it back into the envelope. Then I picked up my coat. Are you leaving? My dad asked quietly. I nodded. Yes. Grandma squeezed my shoulder. I'll call you tomorrow. I smiled softly. I know. As I walked toward the door, I heard whispers behind me. Unbelievable, Melissa stole it? They accused him? I paused at the doorway and turned back one last time. 30 relatives stared at me again, but this time their eyes were different. No suspicion, no judgment, just shock, and maybe a little respect. My mother stood frozen beside the table. I met her gaze. Then I said the only thing that needed saying. Next time you call someone a thief. I gestured toward the bracelet in Grandma's hand. Make sure you're looking at the right person. And with that, I walked out into the cold Thanksgiving night. For the first time in years, I felt completely free.